Good day to you, partner. I'm keen, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken kingdom.
Hey guys, we Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. Why is my voice so raspy today? I don't know. Maybe it's because I was really frustrated by this stupid fucking build. This is almost as bad as the Brandmancer. It's not that bad because it didn't waste hours of my time to figure this out. What am I doing on this screen? Why am I standing in the middle of Eldritch monsters with like Rashid or whatever his name is? If Cyclone Armor procs on your Infinity Staff, that is the version that a Sorceress would main hand. It's actually a very good main hand weapon for some Sorceress builds. It has a 2% chance to proc Cyclone Armor. If that procs Cyclone Armor, you cannot cast Cyclone Armor from your scythe. This might be a known interaction in the game. In fact, I would assume it likely is a known interaction in the game. I did not know this interaction. Why does that matter? Well, if you're going to make the meme scythe build or the meme dual wield infinity build, where I have the infinity on a staff, so I get the benefit of FCR, and then I also have an infinity on a scythe, so I can just cast it whenever I so choose, it doesn't really work. So why would I have both? Well, being able to cast Cyclone Armor whenever you want, if you're running a max energy Necro, is kind of a swag thing, right? But you don't get any FCR, so that kind of sucks. So that's why you have one in a scythe, in a staff, and then you just swap between them. So the idea is, although clearly this is a meme build, like when I first was just testing this out, it was very awkward switching back and forth between the scythe and the staff. I mean, you don't have to switch back like, every few screens you might have to switch back depending on the LE damage in a map. But it's noticeable that you'll switch to recast it. Well, when you die, and you don't know why you died, because you feel like you've been casting Cyclone Armor and Bone Armor, and then so you do another map, and then you start to realize you can't recast Cyclone Armor, even though you're on your scythe. I had no idea what was going on at first. I had to test it multiple times. I went into the Bale room. I thought maybe it was some weird thing, like a Merc thing, where sometimes a Merc, the auras don't work properly, so I rejoined the game, and I'm like, okay, maybe that happens with the scythe and the staff. No. If it procs on the staff at any point, you cannot cast it from the scythe until it completely wears off. So the build is dead. There is no reason to do this. Is there a reason to possibly do main hand scythe or main hand staff? Yes. Would you ever run both? No. Those days are gone, okay? Those times are over. So if you're a Melee fan, all right, and Nintendo says those times are over and they cancel your favorite tournaments, well, if you're Knife Wrench and this was your dream build in Season 7, those times are over. Seriously, it sucked. Was this build ever going to be something? I thought there was an idea to it, okay? I really did, and I still want to, at this point, try just the staff or just the scythe. Would the staff work? I didn't really criticize, but I definitely thought it was an interesting decision because I actually kind of took this seriously. And I actually kind of you can get into a rhythm. I mean, let's be honest. I have 25 frames to warp, cast LR, right? And then let the enemies die. So I actually still think I want 125 SCR because if you count the frame data, that's 20 frames. That means I have 5 frames to mess up. If I drop 1 frame of faster cast rate, I'm doing 11 frames, right? If it's 9 frames, I apologize. But basically, every breakpoint I lose 2 frames on my ability to make a mistake. And let's be honest, We play this game because we're not good enough to play games that run at 60 FPS, okay? Don't kid yourselves, guys. I mean, maybe if you're PvPing, you can say something else, but those are the only people who can say something else because those guys are pretty good. And, you know, when everybody's PvPing at 25 frames, then, right, everybody's curtailed to that same little thing. So, I don't think this was necessarily my best play. I had to pick up pots for a bit. I didn't even show the map because I don't care about that. I just want to talk about the future of the build and that I did actually have some fun just playing a Fire Golem build. I really did. Would I still run 1-point revives if I do it again? I'm not sure. I first want to figure out how exactly I want to build the build optimally, now knowing that I can't dual wield. Like, I wanted to try this build and give it a real shot, and those times are over, okay? This build has no reason to exist. I think with the setup I currently have, I might as well do the scythe version first. So that'll be my next video. I can switch some of my gear around to get more FCR in my rings. I don't think I'll be able to hit 125. You know what? No, there is a way. Declone armor. Oh my god. Okay, I might have to respec. Okay, no, there's a way I can hit 125 FCR with the scythe, because we do have a declone armor on non-ladder. I have the declone boots, that's already 70 FCR. You put on train gloves, 30 FCR. So now I'm at 100. FCR rings is 120. That means I just need to put on an amulet or a helm with any amount of FCR, and I'll hit it. Okay. I mean, I could just run 75, right? That might actually work. I could just try that for a second, and then if I decide it's not good enough, I can swap to or change specs and do 125. Okay, cool. I just figured that out. Thanks, YouTube channel. You helped me plan my next build. Okay, so I'm going to do the scythe version. I'm still going to give this a real shot. If I do have to respec, I might cut revives. I'm a big fan of 1-point revives. The only reason why I might cut them is technically it's 4 points of fire golem damage, which is like, it's honestly like 200 damage for each fire golem, maybe a little more than that. That's not nothing. By the way, if anyone's wondering what are the best synergies to dump for your fire golem build, I would probably say blood golem. That's because it gives them more life. Another example would be clay golem for more attack rating. Now you got to understand that fire golems already have very, very high attack rating. Is more attack rating always better? Yes. There's no way to argue that, but for the most part, the way summons are designed is that you times your character level with the summon level. So fire golems are a level 30 skill, and your character level is 95 plus, so they already have an insane amount of attack rating. So anyone who thinks clay golems have the highest attack rating of a golem, they're actually dumb. The reason clay golems have an attack rating modifier is because considering they're a level 6 summon, they need that bonus just to be able to hit monsters. That's why people in the past have complained that blood golems don't hit enough. Do I think that's true? No. But if you're just running 15-1 blood golems, they'll definitely miss a few times. But Topwug is now running a Poison Nova build. That'll actually be my next video. I just remembered that. I have to make that video too. So the next video will be Topwug's Poison Nova. Then I'll get back to what I'm going to do with this hot dumpster fire of a build, which is Scythe, declone armor, declone boots, 125 SCR, and then maybe another stab at the staff. I might not even do the staff. I'm going to have to think about that, guys. All right, Skelly King out, guys. GG.